The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Hello, welcome to my channel, Self-Empower. In this video, we are going to talk about the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, a book written by Covey that has been a bestseller for decades. Have you ever felt like you are not as effective as you could be? Are you feeling overwhelmed by work, school, or personal life? Do you want to learn to be more organized, productive and happy? If so, this video is for you. In it, we are going to explore the 7 habits that can help you achieve a higher level of effectiveness in all aspects of your life. The 7 habits are divided into 2 categories: the habits of character and the habits of effectiveness. Habits of character are what allow us to be more proactive, responsible and focused on our values. The habits of effectiveness are those that help us manage our time, our relationships and our resources. Throughout the video, we are going to talk about each of the 7 habits in detail. We're also going to share some stories and practical tips to help you apply them in your own life. But before we start, let's talk a little about the importance of effectiveness. What does it mean to be effective? Being effective means achieving the results we want. It means using our time, energy and resources as efficiently as possible. Effectiveness is important because it helps us achieve our goals. It helps us live a fuller and more satisfying life. There are many things that can prevent us from being effective. We may feel overwhelmed, stressed or unmotivated. We may have difficulty prioritizing our tasks or setting limits. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People can help us overcome these obstacles and reach a higher level of effectiveness. Why read the 7 Habits? There are many reasons why you should read the 7 Habits. Here are some of them. The 7 habits will help you be more proactive and responsible. The 7 habits will help you have a clear vision of your goals. The 7 habits will help you be more productive and avoid stress. The 7 habits will help you create stronger, longer-lasting relationships. The 7 habits will help you resolve conflicts more effectively. The 7 habits will help you achieve your goals more efficiently and effectively. How to apply the 7 habits. The 7 habits are not a magic formula. They won't make you an effective person overnight. However, if you are willing to work on them, the 7 habits can have a significant impact on your life. Tips to apply the 7 habits. Here are some tips to apply the 7 habits. Start with one habit at a time. Don't try to change your life overnight. Be patient and persistent. Real changes take time. Seek help from other people. If you're struggling with a habit, talk to a friend, mentor, or counselor. In this video, we are going to talk about the 7 habits of highly effective people. We're going to explore each habit in detail and share some practical tips to help you apply them in your own life. If you're ready to learn how to be more effective, keep watching. Habit 1: Be proactive. The first habit of the 7 habits of highly effective people is to be proactive. Being proactive means that we are not victims of circumstances, but rather have the ability to choose our response to events. When we are proactive, we take responsibility for our own lives. We do not blame others for our problems, but rather we look for solutions. Being proactive is the first step to achieving a higher level of effectiveness. What does it mean to be proactive? Being proactive means having the ability to choose our response to events. It means that we are not victims of circumstances, but rather we have the power to control our own lives. Reactive people, on the other hand, let themselves be carried away by circumstances. They feel like they have no control over their lives and that things happen to them. How to be more proactive? There are some things we can do to be more proactive. Become aware of your thoughts and emotions. When you find yourself in a challenging situation, take a moment to observe your thoughts and emotions. Are you thinking in terms of victim or perpetrator? Choose your thoughts. You don't have to believe everything you think. You can choose to think in terms of proactivity. Take action. Don't wait for things to change. Do something to change them yourself. Practical tips to be more proactive. Set clear goals and objectives. When you know what you want to achieve, you are more likely to take action to achieve it. Set priorities. Don't try to do everything at once. Focus on the things that are most important to you. Say no. Don't be afraid to say no to things that aren't important to you. Be careful with your language. Avoid using reactive words and phrases, such as, I have to or I should. Instead, use proactive words and phrases, such as, I want or I intend. Benefits of being proactive. Being proactive has many benefits, including more control over your life. When you are proactive, you have more control over your life and what happens to you. Greater satisfaction. Proactive people tend to feel more satisfied with their lives because they have a sense of purpose and direction. Less stress. Proactive people tend to feel less stress because they do not get carried away by circumstances. Conclusion. Being proactive is a fundamental habit to achieve a higher level of effectiveness. When we are proactive, we take responsibility for our own lives and have more control over our destiny. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. The second habit of the 7 habits of highly effective people is to start with the end in mind. This means having a clear vision of what we want to achieve in life. When we have an end in mind, we can make decisions and actions that help us achieve our goals. Beginning with the end in mind gives us a sense of purpose and direction in life. What does it mean to begin with the end in mind? Starting with the end in mind means having a clear picture of our desired future. It means knowing what we want to achieve in life, both personally and professionally. People who start with the end in mind are more likely to achieve their goals because they have a clear direction. They do not let themselves be carried away by circumstances or the opportunities that are presented to them. How to start with an end in mind? There are a few things we can do to start with the end in mind. Define your values. Your values are the principles that guide your life. Take some time to reflect on your values and how you want to live by them. Set goals and objectives. Your goals and objectives are the steps that will take you to achieve your vision. Take time to set clear and specific goals and objectives. Create an action plan. Your action plan is the map that will guide you towards your goals. Take some time to create a detailed action plan that includes specific steps, timelines, and resources needed. Practical tips to start with the end in mind. Visualize your desired future. Take some time to imagine what you want your life to be like. Where do you want to stay? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be with? Write your vision. Putting your goals and dreams in writing will help you keep them in mind and work toward them. Regular review. Take time each month or quarter to review your objectives and goals. Make sure they are still relevant and that you are moving towards them. Benefits of starting with the end in mind. Starting with the end in mind has many benefits, including greater clarity and purpose. When you have a clear vision of your desired future, you have more clarity and purpose in your life. Greater motivation. When you have clear goals and objectives, you have more motivation to work towards them. Greater success. People who start with the end in mind are more likely to achieve their goals. Habit 3. Put first things first. The third habit of the 7 habits of highly effective people is to put first things first. This means prioritizing our tasks and activities according to their importance. When we put first things first, we can be more productive and avoid stress. Putting first things first helps us achieve our goals more efficiently. What does it mean to put first things first? Putting first things first means identifying the most important tasks and activities and devoting our time and attention to them. People who put things first are more productive because they focus on the things that are most important to them. They are not distracted by things that are less important or urgent. How to put first things first? There are a few things we can do to put things first. Set priorities. Take some time to identify the most important tasks and activities in your life. Create an action plan. Once you have identified your priorities, create an action plan to achieve them. Manage your time. Learn to manage your time effectively so that you can dedicate time to the most important tasks and activities. Practical tips for putting first things first. Learn to say no. Don't be afraid to say no to things that aren't important to you. Eliminate distractions. When you're working on important tasks, eliminate distractions so you can focus. Take regular breaks. It is important to take regular breaks to avoid burnout. Benefits of putting first things first. Putting first things first has many benefits, including higher productivity. When you put first things first, you are more productive because you focus on the things that are most important. Less stress. When you put first things first, you are less stressed because you don't have to worry about things that aren't important. Greater satisfaction. When you put first things first, you are more satisfied because you are achieving your goals. Conclusion. Putting first things first is a fundamental habit to achieve a higher level of effectiveness. When we put things first, we are more productive, have less stress, and are more satisfied with our lives. The habits of effectiveness. Habit 4. Think about winning. The fourth habit of the 7 habits of highly effective people is to think about winning. This means looking for solutions that benefit all parties involved. When we think about win-win, we focus on collaboration and mutual benefit. Thinking about win-win helps us build stronger, longer-lasting relationships. What does it mean to think about win-win? Thinking about win-win means looking for solutions that benefit all parties involved. It means that we are not seeking to win at the expense of others. People who think about win-win are more likely to build strong, long-lasting relationships because they focus on mutual benefit. How to think about win-win. There are some things we can do to think about winning. Start with a win-win attitude. It is important to believe that it is possible to find solutions that benefit all parties involved. Look for common ground. Try to find things you have in common with the other person or parties involved. Be creative. Don't just think of obvious solutions. Be creative and look for solutions that can benefit everyone. Be willing to negotiate. Sometimes, negotiation is necessary to find a solution that benefits all parties involved. Practical tips for thinking about win-win. Avoid using loser/winner language. Avoid using words and phrases like win, lose, win at the expense of, or win-lose. Actively listen to the other person. Try to understand their point of view. Be flexible. Don't be afraid to change your point of view if necessary. Look for solutions that are sustainable over time. Don't look for solutions that only benefit in the short term. Benefits of thinking about win-win. Thinking about win-win has many benefits, including stronger relationships. People who think win-win are more likely to build strong, long-lasting relationships. Greater collaboration. People who think win-win are more likely to collaborate with others. Greater satisfaction. People who think win-win feel more satisfied with their relationships and their lives. Conclusion. Thinking about win-win is a fundamental habit to achieve a higher level of effectiveness in our relationships. When we think about win-win, we build stronger relationships, collaborate more effectively, and feel more satisfied with our lives. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. The fifth habit of the 7 habits of highly effective people is to seek first to understand, then to be understood. This means actively listening to others and trying to understand their point of view. When we first seek to understand, we build relationships of trust and respect. Seeking first to understand helps us resolve conflicts more effectively. What does it mean to seek first to understand? Seeking first to understand means actively listening to others and trying to understand their point of view. It means putting ourselves in their shoes and seeing things from their perspective. People who seek to understand first are more likely to build strong, lasting relationships because they focus on understanding others. How to first seek to understand. There are some things we can do to first seek to understand. Ask the other person how they feel. Ask open-ended questions. Avoid interrupting. Listen carefully. Practical tips to seek first understand. Avoid judging. When you are listening to someone, it is important to avoid judging their thoughts or feelings. Be patient. It can take time to understand someone, so be patient and pay attention. Be honest. If you don't understand something, say so. Benefits of searching first understand. Seeking first understanding has many benefits, including stronger relationships. People who seek to understand first are more likely to build strong, lasting relationships. Greater confidence. People who seek to understand first are more likely to gain the trust of others. More effective conflict resolution. People who seek to understand first are more likely to resolve conflicts more effectively. Conclusion. Seeking first to understand is a fundamental habit to achieve a higher level of effectiveness in our relationships. When we first seek to understand, we build stronger relationships, gain the trust of others, and resolve conflicts more effectively. Habit 6. Synergy. The 6th habit of the 7 habits of highly effective people is synergy. This means working together to create something new and better than anyone could create on their own. When we work in synergy, we can achieve things we could never achieve on our own. Synergy is a powerful force that can transform the world. What does synergy mean? Synergy means working together to create something new and better than anyone could create on their own. It means that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. People who work in synergy are more likely to achieve great things because they focus on collective potential. How to work in synergy. There are some things we can do to work in synergy. Establish a shared vision. When everyone is working toward the same vision, they are more likely to cooperate and work together. Appreciate the differences. Differences can be a source of strength when working together. Be flexible. It is important to be willing to change your mind and adapt to new ideas. Practical tips to work in synergy. Create an environment of trust and respect. People feel more comfortable working together when they feel safe and respected. Actively listen to others. When you actively listen to others, you are showing that you value their ideas. Be open to new ideas. Don't assume you have the right answer. Be open to the ideas of others. Benefits of working in synergy. Working in synergy has many benefits, including greater creativity. Synergy can lead to creative ideas and solutions that would not be possible on their own. Higher productivity. Synergy can help people work more efficiently. Greater satisfaction. People who work in synergy tend to feel more satisfied with their work. Conclusion. Synergy is a powerful force that can transform the world. When we work together to create something new and better than anyone could create alone, we can achieve great things. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. The seventh habit of the 7 habits of highly effective people is sharpening the saw. This means investing in ourselves so that we can remain effective over time. When we sharpen the saw, we are renewing our energies, increasing our skills, and strengthening our relationships. Sharpening the saw is a worthwhile investment because it helps us reach our full potential. What does it mean to sharpen the saw? Sharpening the saw means investing in ourselves so that we can remain effective over time. It means renewing our energies, increasing our abilities and strengthening our relationships. People who sharpen their saw are more likely to succeed in life because they focus on their personal and professional development. How to sharpen the saw. There are many things we can do to sharpen the saw. Take care of your body. Eat healthy, exercise regularly and get enough sleep. Develop your skills. Read books, take courses and learn new things. Strengthen your relationships. Spend time with the people you care about and build strong relationships. Practical tips for sharpening the saw. Set personal goals. What do you want to achieve in your life? When you have clear goals, it will be easier to sharpen the saw to achieve them. Create a personal development plan. What do you need to do to achieve your goals? A personal development plan will help you stay focused and motivated. Be patient. Sharpening the saw takes time and effort. Don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Benefits of sharpening the saw. Sharpening your saw has many benefits, including greater energy. When you take care of yourself, you have more energy to face life's challenges. Greater skills. When you learn new things, you become more competent and capable. Stronger relationships. When you invest in your relationships, you strengthen bonds with the people you care about. Conclusion. Sharpening the saw is a worthwhile investment because it helps us reach our full potential. When we sharpen the saw, we are renewing our energies, increasing our skills, and strengthening our relationships. Conclusion. The 7 habits of highly effective people are a set of principles that can help us achieve a higher level of effectiveness in our lives. When we practice these habits, we are learning to be more proactive, to set clear goals, to prioritize our tasks, to work collaboratively with others, to seek first to understand, and to invest in our own personal development. These habits are essential for success in all areas of life, from your professional career to personal relationships. The 7 habits are a powerful tool that can help you achieve your goals and live a fuller, more satisfying life. If you are looking for ways to improve your life, I encourage you to practice the 7 habits. You will be surprised how much they can change your life. Thank you for watching this video until the end. I hope you found the information useful and valuable. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like it. You can also leave a comment to share your thoughts or questions. I would love to hear from you. Until next time.